Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 288. My name is Jason Erpeling. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. And today we have Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com. Remember the dash to save the cash. Buy and Sell DVC.com. And our 7-bedroom house at mywwhome.com.
And today is August 12th, 2026. And, let me ask you this. How can someone book your house, like if it's available 5 days from now? That's not an issue, right?
Correct. I think it's set up to maybe minimum 2 days warning.
Okay.
Yeah, so 5 days out, no problem.
Nice. Yeah. So the 11-month window is going to be July 12th, 2027. 7-month window, we're looking at spring break, March 12th, 2027. So get those reservations secure, whether you're booking it through DVC-Rental.com or you're booking it with the house.
Home. But we do have some spring break reservations in there already.
Oh,
so
you
do? Hopefully your spring break matches up with what we have available. So
nice.
Book soon, though, because I don't know how much longer it's going to be there.
Nice. And now we're going to go straight into the buy and sell side of things. And I'm going to talk about Bay Lake Tower. Bay Lake Tower expires 2060. The annual dues are $8.74 a point. Average selling price right now is around $131 per point. And some are selling in the 120s. I mean, that's
Bay Lake Tower is creeping right up there for best bang for the buck.
Oh, yeah.
You know, between lower maintenance fees, later expiration, and the buy-in price has been coming down a bit. It's
really come down since the peak of the, August of 2022. I mean, this resort,
It's your favorite, right?
Well, I mean, when I say favorite Orlando resort, Walt Disney World Resort.
Vero Beach?
Yes.
Yes. Besides Vero Beach.
But yeah, I still,
I know.
I still feel like let's say I lived in Iowa or I lived in Ohio. Mm-hmm. I still feel like I would be doing 3 or 4 nights at Bay Lake Tower and then 3 or 4 nights at Vero Beach and then heading back home. That's what I would be doing.
That's a fantastic combination.
Yeah,
and that's stay right by Magic Kingdom, walk over, get really, really, enjoy yourself, but you're going to be running yourself ragged, and then drive down to Vero Beach and just mellow out for 3 days to just end up the vacation. That's a fantastic trip.
Yeah, to me, that's ideal. I mean, and again, you're vacationing with kids that are under 10. I mean, you can just walk across the street to Magic Kingdom, come back, take a break, go back again. So, and again, the top 5 reasons to stay at Bay Lake Tower: walking distance to Magic Kingdom, spacious villas with home comforts, incredible views of Magic Kingdom, easy access to Disney transportation, and dining options and resort amenities. So, you can enjoy a character meal at Chef Mickey's, a signature dining experience at California Grill, or classic American favorites at Steakhouse 71. The resort also features beautiful pools, a fitness center, walking paths, recreation activities, and a relaxing atmosphere that provides a perfect balance between exciting park days and peaceful downtime. I mean, if you go back, Bay Lake Tower opened, I believe, 2009, 2010. I want to say direct price at that point was $95 a point. But it wasn't it was kind of I guess the economics collapse of 2008, maybe that affected it. But it wasn't, it was kind of just blah. It wasn't really selling. And then all of a sudden, whenever 2012 or so, all of a sudden it just took off. And then again, you had resale peaking at, $160 a point, and now it's down to $130. I mean, you had people that bought Saratoga for $130 in 2022. So yeah, it really is a good buy. You get that expiration 2060, low annual dues, walk to Magic Kingdom. Like I say, again, I'll just repeat it again. Ideal vacation: 3 or 4 nights Bay Lake Tower, 3 or 4 nights Vero Beach. Especially if you're coming from where, Connecticut, New York, Iowa. To me,
you're not going to Vero Beach this year?
No, we're going to Vero Beach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to Vero Beach.
But you haven't mentioned it at all.
Yeah, listen, I may not be going to Vero Beach. But Well,
might not be one.
we have two. We'll see who exactly makes it there. We got, again, everybody's kind of going in their own direction. I got one son. Like, let's see. As we're filming this video, I mean, I have one son that went to Ohio with my wife, and he went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame with my father-in-law. He's loving life. I got another son at home who, if there was a STEM camp somewhere, he wants to go there. So everybody's got their own agenda.
Okay.
So we will see if we all four make it to Vero Beach. I think we are. All four are going to make it.
Good.
But we'll see what happens. And also, the way that the schedule was planned, it was around my son and his football practice, but now he's injured, so he's out. So it's
Vero's still a couple of weeks away?
Yeah. I mean, you're making trips around the world with your kids that are in high school. We would never make it there. It just would not happen.
Again, we're doing it in the summer, though, so it's easier to juggle. But again,
but my son was supposed to be playing football, so he can't miss any practice.
That's what he's with my other son with volleyball. He's got, as you know, he has nationals, and we took off the 3 weeks before nationals start. we had that booked before he even signed up for the club team. So now next year, we're thinking of going away again, and we're like, all right, we're going to make sure we're not doing it during nationals time, because otherwise the coach will flip out on us.
But he was allowed to miss and still play, right?
Correct.
So yeah, like
They
football,
were okay with it. But we knew when he tried out, we let the coach know the day of tryouts that, hey, we didn't know about this. We have this, just as a heads up, like we might miss nationals. Then when it was announced, it was like, all right, we're not going to, but we're going to miss the 3 weeks leading up to nationals.
See, I mean, I'm telling you, again, I'm a reminder. If your kids are under 10, take advantage of everything that you can do.
Yes.
Because it's much easier when your kids are under 10.
Yes. The stuff like this does not jump up so much when you're under 10. So yeah, enjoy it while you can.
And now we're on to the food review.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
For today's food review, our favorite Debbie is at the Cake Bake Shop, where she got the cotton candy cake. This gorgeous bakery is located on Disney's Boardwalk and offers many bakery items. It's open daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Every month on the 1st, there's a new featured limited time cake that's offered only for that month. The cotton candy cake is the featured cake for the month of July. It consists of strawberry and vanilla cake layers filled with cotton candy buttercream on the inside. Outside is then frosted in blue, pink, and white cotton candy buttercream and topped with swirls. I recently stopped in and purchased a slice for $22.
Oh my.
Yes, it is pricey. However, this cake slice is huge, and I'll usually snack on it for several days. She snacks on it for several days. I'm not snacking on it for several days. It's going to be gone pretty quickly. I love this cake. It really did taste just like cotton candy. I was also expecting it to be overly sweet, but it was not. Everything about this cake was light and airy, tasting just like cotton candy. This cake was a nice change of pace for some of the heavier cake options. I loved it so much. I'll likely purchase it again before the month is over. Another winner for me, I give it an 8.5. I only took off points because of the price tag.
Nice.
What's really cool, though, is that a lot of times Debbie does a lot of our social media, too, and the pictures and the videos. And not almost every time, but several times when she has posted stuff from the Cake Bake Shop, the owner of Cake Bake Shop has gone in and commented on our videos.
Really?
Yeah, which I think is really cool. I forget her name right now, but, she owns a couple of these Cake Bake Shops. She's like, known in the restaurant community, but when we post stuff, she comes in there and comments on our stuff, which is really cool. Yeah, I like that.
And now we're on to DVC-Rental. See if Scott has any more controversial items he's bringing up here.
Nothing. I wouldn't think anything too controversial. We're going to talk about the DVC Point Rescue Mission. So if you're a DVC member, check your member portal right now and see if you've got points that are sitting there that are not going to be used by the year's end. You paid a lot of good money for these points. We need points right now. We have a smaller amount of points than I would like, a small amount of confirmed reservations. Remember, don't let these points expire. We pay $18 per point for your points. There's not a lot of work that you have to do. Either you can book the reservation for you, or while not ever forced, you're welcome to give our team your login information, and we can literally take care of all the work for you. You mean 100% of control of your, contract and everything. the company, you're just going to be having guests staying on your membership. Be careful using DVC forums. I've seen a lot of scammers out there recently. Honestly, it started taking off since COVID. The amount of scammers go out there. A lot of times they'll change the name and they'll match somebody who's a legit renter that like people know in the community. They'll create like a spoof account of that person, pretend to rent out their points, and just take the money. So be careful when you're not dealing. There's a couple legit firms out there. I think you should always use a legit firm because if anything ever happens, they're going to back you up. If a DVC member passes away or they don't pay their dues and a reservation ever gets canceled, a DVC company at a minimum is going to give you your money back. So you are protected. As a reminder, it's $18 a point. It's paid 75% up front. The remaining 25% is paid when the renter is supposed to check in. It doesn't happen very often, but if a reservation normally ever has to push their dates back or anything, we'll still pay you on that original check-in date because that's kind of what we agreed to with you. Some people wonder what happens if a guest messes up the room. We do have a contract with them that states that they'll be responsible for everything, but truthfully, there are kids in almost every one of Disney's rooms. Stuff gets scratched, spilled, broken, all the time. I've never heard of Disney ever coming after anybody for damages, unless a heavy metal band goes in there and just trashes the room. I mean, you should be perfectly fine. It's never happened in 16 years of doing this. So, don't forget, these points are your currency. They're worth money. We could pay you for them. We also have a cruise swap program or an Adventures by Disney program. So say you rent out $4,000 worth of points for us, we could pay you for them. Or we could take that $4,000 and we can use that to book an Adventures by Disney trip for you or book a cruise for you. And if we do that, technically we're not sending you any money, which means we don't have to send you a 1099 at the end of the year. So that will help you with your taxes as well. So, definitely check out DVC-Rental.com. It's a great way to use any points you're not going to use. Or if you've been debating about taking a cruise and the Disney cruises are so expensive and Royal Caribbean or Princess really is where you want to go. Again, we can work out a very good deal for you and swap them out. So lots of great options when you're trying to rent your points. And again, they're not going to sit there for a long time. We need those points.
I think you need to emphasize that a little bit more.
We need your points?
We need your
points. We need your points.
DVC points. DVC-Rental.com.
We've been doing this for 16 years now. Every now and then, part of the year, it starts going lower. And right now, we've been really, really busy, and we're lower on points, and we need those points. It's right now. It's been the busiest year I think we've ever had. So we definitely could use your points. So please check us out.
See you next week.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. And again, we need your points.